everyone, welcome back. It's Moa aka Swedish Whiskey Girl, and finally I'm here with my Islay video. I am not going to do too much of a long intro. I'm going to leave the footage up to tell its own story, but yes, we had such a good time on Islay. I would recommend anyone to go there even if you don't like whiskey. When we went, of course, all the distilleries weren't open, so we only managed to go to Ardnaho, Lagavulin and Kilchoman, but we also stopped by the shop at Bunahaven and managed to see all the other distilleries except for Colilla. So I hope you'll enjoy this. I'm hoping to up my vlog game for the coming videos and distillery visits that we do, and yeah, I'm looking to buy a vlog camera very soon. But in the meantime, I hope you'll enjoy my first trip to Islay. Our trip started with heading up to Campbelltown for the night before we took the ferry over to Islay, and it's definitely something seeing Islay for the first time from the ferry, and just yeah, I didn't know what to expect when we saw it, but it's a lot hillier than I thought it would be, but it looks quite almost Jurassic Parky, and then you have Jura there on the other side. Couldn't believe how close they are together, but I was very excited to see it all. And it was so windy on the ferry as well. And when we arrived, we were heading straight to Ardnaho, but because we were a little bit early, we went into Bowmore to kind of check out the food shops and the distillery, and it's right on the beach. It's a stunning location. But then we headed to Ardnaho to do their little warehouse tour, where you get to sample 4 different single casks and also choose one to take home as a little sample. I went for the Orkney single malt, and you might be able to guess where that's from. It has a bit of a Viking spirit. After our first distillery tour, we drove to Port Charlotte, where we were staying. It's kind of opposite Bowmore on the other side of the island, and it was just a stunning location. A little kind of, I don't know if you can call it a village, but it was really stunning to be just by the sea. I was very tempted to go for a swim, but unfortunately it didn't happen this time, but maybe next time. And we were also staying right next to this wonderful little dog who greeted us every time we stepped outside the door. We were also so lucky with the weather during our whole trip, as you can see here. And it was just blue skies and warm, and I got a tan, believe it or not, but it was an incredible few days weather-wise. And everywhere you are on the island, you just have the most stunning views. You can see the rest of the island, and you can even see over to Jura most of the time, and the paps of Jura, which are looking very majestic in the distance. Our next tour was to Lagavulin, where we did a little tasting. We tried the distillery exclusive, we tried their 8-year-old and the 16, I believe, as well as the Game of Thrones edition. It's always very interesting to do a vertical tasting, I think, and it was just great to see it all. It's my dad's favourite distillery, so it was quite special. Hi everyone, we are at Lagavulin. I don't know if you can see the double pagodas, and I have a little paper cup here with Lagavulin Distillers Edition. Cody is of course here as well. What are you having?
The distillery exclusive. It's very good. Very good. I highly recommend it. Come here.
And we've just had a brilliant tour, and I'm going to show you this, which is amazing. It's Lagavulin Bay, and I can't tell you enough how beautiful Islay is. We had such a good experience with the distillery, and everyone's been so lovely. Now we're going to go for a little walk over to Lafroig and Ardbeg, which I think both are closed unfortunately, but we'll check it out. So yeah, I just want to say hi from Lagavulin. And if you go to Lagavulin, I can recommend going to the castle ruins that are nearby to get the best photo opportunity and view of the distillery. But since we were on that part of the island, we didn't just see Lagavulin, we also headed over to Ardbeg, spotted some lovely sheep on the way. And it's a lovely walking path that goes all the way from Ardbeg, past Lagavulin, past Lafroig, and also down to Port Ellen. And of course, Ardbeg 10 was the whiskey that got me into whiskey. So I was really thrilled to see the distillery, but unfortunately it was shut this time around. But just means I'll have to come back, and I'll also have to come back to check out the different sites in the area. But of course, we couldn't resist walking past Lafroig as well, which of course also was shut due to the coronavirus. But it's just nice to get a location for everything, so we know next time that you can actually walk or cycle between the distilleries on this side. And then we headed back to Port Ellen and got the bus back to Port Charlotte. And that evening we had an incredible dinner with Colin, who is a chef who was our travel company, and he made oysters and local Islay seafood, which was incredible, and also venison from the island. It was my first time trying oysters, and we had it with whiskey, and it was just such a lovely treat. And on our last day, we stopped by Kilchoman for a tour, which I had a really good time. I'll be writing more about the distillery visits on my blog if you're interested to check that out. And since we were staying nearby to Buckley, we were driving past it every time we headed anywhere, and couldn't resist getting a few photos outside of Buckley as well. It was super windy this day, and it was almost as if the weather was getting worse and worse, so it was about time to leave. But we went into Bowmore again, and then we went past Gleneagledale House, which is a lovely place to stay if you think about visiting the island. I've heard their seafood is supposed to be amazing. The couple who runs it, they are lovely, lovely people. We had the opportunity to meet them. They also have a really nice whiskey bar if you are looking for something to dram on the island. And then our last stop before hitting the ferry back to the mainland was Bunahaven. This is definitely one of the tours that I want to do the next time we come here, because they have a lovely warehouse tour. I would also say Bunahaven probably has the best distillery shop that I've ever seen. There's lots of little single cask that you can try. You can buy either samples or 20 cl or larger bottles as well. I actually bought a bottle for myself, and that was a port single cask Bunahaven. Hello everyone! I have been terrible at filming on this trip. I'm so sorry. I'm just mesmerised by seeing everything for the first time. And here we are at Bunahaven. Cody is of course here as well.
Hello.
And I must say, Bunahaven has the best distillery shop I've probably been to, because they have so many little like warehouse stuff. But yeah, look at the bay. I mean, this is just a beautiful part of Islay as well. So can't wait to come back and do the tour one day. And yeah, we're leaving today. But yeah, I can't wait to show you all the stuff I've gathered, the content we have from this trip. I'm sorry for not being able to capture more, but next time I think it'll be easier to focus because you know what to expect. But yeah, drams! So in total, we had such a nice time on Islay. I already can't wait to come back and just see more of the island. People are so lovely. It's such a stunning, beautiful island, and I really want to go visit Jura next time as well. So fingers crossed it will be very soon. But thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing more from my trip to Islay.